says, do not say before an angel, I made a mistake. Names. Train up a child in the way he should go. Prophetic. Lord, what becomes of this child? My goodness, I've seen families where they took out time to pray before the arrival of every child. The name they gave was revealed, and you see the children now, you know that God carved out their destiny. They didn't just suggest it and say this name sounds Western. No, no, you are giving birth to prophecy here. How about directing them? I feel like my child must be a lawyer. I respect your perspective, but remember, part of your being a father is that you submit to the Father, so that beyond your opinion, God can tell you what the destiny of that child is. There are many children today who have to make a U-turn. They are just waiting until they get to the age that they will leave their homes so that they can get out of their parents' lives and start reordering their lives. A home should not become a prison. It should be a place of building. Who is learning now? So let me encourage all our fathers here. Please do not turn your home into a prison. The fact that you are head should not make you act as if you are not a child of God. There must be a vision that drives your family. You must provide the spiritual support. Let me tell you this. I understand that sometimes women can be more spiritual than men. But truly, truly, to carry out fatherhood like God intended, the man should be head, even spiritually. Now, I agree that people get married before they get to know certain things. That's why if you marry a man who is not spiritual, you must pay the price of becoming an intercessor. To start interceding and say, Lord, let him find the light. I don't have the time to tell you what happens when you break that order of spirituality. God is a God of order, and there is a reason. It's a great advantage. It brings the family structure to order when the man is spiritual. Look at this. When man fell, everybody look up. How many of you know that God is all-knowing? But when he got to the garden, who did he meet first? Did he meet the woman? No. He's the one who put the order. He said, Adam, where art thou? And Adam responded. He said, I heard your voice, but I hid because I was naked. He said, who told you you were naked? He never spoke to the woman until the husband passed the responsibility to her. He said, the woman you gave me. He said, all right, since you have decided to be irresponsible, woman, I'm now to you. What is this that you have done? And she said, the serpent beguiled me. And then he now went to the serpent. What have you done? And the serpent kept quiet. He didn't blame anybody. Let me tell you, the one who refuses to blame is the one who carries authority. One of the ways you lose your authority is to transfer your responsibility to another. When Jesus stood before Pontius Pilate, he had an answer, but he kept quiet. Learn this. One of the ways you transfer your authority is to transfer your responsibility. Are we together? He answered nothing. That's what the Bible says. His mouth was shut, not because he did not have what to say, but he answered nothing. Why are your 5 children not in school? I take responsibility. I should have known better. I made a bad investment and all my money has gone. I need the mercy of God. I take responsibility. Now that's a man God can help. Are we together now? Yes, that is Abba, that is Pata. I don't know where to go, but I take responsibility. I own up to the fact that it's my responsibility. And God will say, because of my mercy that is new every morning. Somebody who has capacity to give children scholarship, please give these 5 children scholarship until university. That's God bridging in. But at least the man took responsibility. There are many men in society today who do not have capacity, and yet they are very proud. Very proud. A particular, a particular public speaker in America He made a very profound statement, and that's what led him into the whole public speaking and so on and so forth. He said as a young boy that while he was growing, they were very poor. Things were not working well, and his mom also was on drugs. It was quite a dysfunctional family. And according to him, he said one time, it was during Thanksgiving, and someone knocked the door, you know, and was bringing turkey, you know, like they always do, maybe religious organizations. They came to knock, and, you know, to families that are less privileged, to give them something. And as soon as the father opened the door and saw the turkey, he said as a little boy, he was happy that at least they would now have food. But because of the pride of the man, he said he was about to bang the door, and the man held the door and said, do not let your pride punish your children. You don't have this thing. These children are going to die, but you would rather your ego remain, and then they suffer. And the man was angry. He opened the door, received the turkey, and slammed it and dropped it. And he said as a young boy, when he saw that, he said things must change. And that's what birthed a globally renowned person as far as public speaking is concerned. I'm sure some of you saw the pride, with all due respect, the pride of parents. Even when church said, if you need help, come, they won't come. The wife will say, so what do we do now? No, my ego. I don't have a job, I don't have money, but my ego. No, sir. The one who fails to take responsibility also fails to carry authority.